Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre. This is the Motorcycle Sports Radio Weekly Review. Coming up on this week's Weekly Review, Guy Martin confirms that he will stay with Tyco BMW for the 2016 Rhodes campaign. William Dunlop teams up with MSS Kawasaki for the Superstock races. John McGuinness and Conor Cummins stay with Honda for 2016, and Valentino Rossi drops his Court of Arbitration appeal, and Josh Brooks is to ride the SMR BMW in the 2016 World Superbike Championship. And in Speedway Grand Prix, Polish H Maciej Janowski admits that he never thought he would be a Speedway Grand Prix winner. And you can watch the FIM Motocross World Championship live in 2016. You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre. This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports. Hello and welcome to the weekly review on Motorcycle Sports Radio, which is now a part of Mad Arse Biker Radio. Our first story this week takes a look at fan favourite Guy Martin coming out and saying that he is sticking with the Tyco BMW boys for the 2016 Rhodes campaign. Now, there was some speculation after his crash at the Ulster Grand Prix this year that he was actually going to retire from road racing. We also know that he's looking to take part in more mountain bike events, but he has basically come out and said that he is staying with Hector and Philip Neal, the Tyco BMW boys, for 2016. It is rumoured that at this stage he will take part in 3 big international races and indeed do the usual selected Irish road races as well, and possibly also the races at Scarborough too. So I know that the fans will be very happy about this one. Guy Martin, obviously a big name within the sport, has done a lot for the sport as well, including sort of broadening the appeal to motorbike racing for a lot of new fans to the sport too. Big disappointment, I suppose, in his career so far is that he's never actually won a TT. It would be fantastic to see him winning a TT, and certainly the work that they've put in on that Tyco BMW since they changed from Suzuki is definitely going to count towards that this year as well. From what we know and from what we understand, basically, it is because of the work that they put in on this bike in 2015 and the information they now have available to them. There is no reason whatsoever why that Tyco BMW cannot be working and running at the top and running with the front boys as well. So great news. Guy Martin is staying with Tyco BMW. He is going to race another season, and we look forward to seeing what he can do. Is that TT win going to happen this year? You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre. And favourite William Dunlop has signed up with Nick Morgan's MSS Kawasaki team to contest the Superstock races at the Isle of Man, the Ulster Grand Prix and the Northwest 200 as well. Now, from what we can make out, it is also said that he will take part in some of the British Superbike Superstock rounds as well to help him work on his race pace and keep him sharp as well. From what we understand, William wasn't specifically looking to ride a Superstock bike this year after leaving Tyco BMW after a successful season. We know that he is going to be riding the R1 and the R6 in Supersport and Superbike events, but it is fantastic news for him now that he is going to be contending all the big races at all the big events too. So that is William Dunlop signing up for Nick Morgan's MSS Kawasaki team for the Superstock races, and we look forward to his season ahead, and great news that William Dunlop's going to be out running on the machinery in all races next year. This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports. You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre. John McGuinness and Conor Cummins are to remain with the Honda Racing team for the 2016 Roads campaign. Widely expected for this news to happen, and obviously McGuinness came back from injury in 2014 to take another senior TT win in 2015, setting a lap record in the process. So obviously Honda are going to remain with their man. Can he add any more to that tally though? That is what we all want to know. Can he close in on your man, Joey Dunlop's record? Wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic if he could get a few more wins for the Honda Racing team? At the end of the day, McPint is always going to be there. He's always going to be fighting for it as well. And as long as he knows he can do it, he can do it. That's for sure. Conor Cummins didn't have the best of seasons, especially, or he didn't get the results he specifically wanted at the Northwest and the TT, but he did sort of close up the season with 2 good second places at the Ulster Grand Prix as well. So that will be a big benefit to him going forward into the 2016 season. Obviously, Honda are very happy to keep a Manx man in their ranks as well, because nothing's better for the sport than a local boy doing good. So we look forward to seeing McPint and Conor Cummins in 2016 continuing their careers with the Honda Racing team.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre.
Valentino Rossi has dropped his appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport regarding the Marc Marquez incident. So it is good news, great news for us MotoGP fans to know that Valentino Rossi has taken a step back, whether he's done it with his advisors or not, to see how this whole thing was sullying and bringing a negative vibe to MotoGP, to them as riders and to the sport as well. So it's great to know that as this man is idolised by millions across the world, young and old alike, that he has seen the light of day, and this thing will be put to bed now once and for all. I know that Marc Marquez is still coming out and saying, this is all Valentino Rossi's fault or whatever, but please, hopefully he'll wake up as well and realise that there's nothing to be gained now by saying he said, she said. It is what it is. It cannot be changed. It is good to know that we'll be going into the 2016 MotoGP campaign, which isn't that far away, guys. Whenever you think about it, it's not very far away at all. It is great to know that we'll be going in with a clear conscience, with everything that happened in 2015 hopefully swept under the rug, somebody sitting on it so it can't get back out again. Obviously that little bit of them two having a niggle at each other is always going to be there now, and rightfully so in a sport where everybody's earning millions and stuff like that, or the top riders are earning millions. They should be dedicated and they should be wanting to win. But when it comes to things turning ugly like it did at the end of 2015, I definitely don't want to know, so I'm sure you don't want to know either. It's not good for us to watch, it's not good for the sport, it's not good for the riders, it's not good for the young fans especially who are growing up with these guys as role models. So great news that Valentino Rossi has dropped his appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport regarding the Marc Marquez incident, and let's hope that's it, done and dusted now. This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre.
Reigning MCE British Superbike champion Mr. Josh Brooks has indeed been granted his wish. Now, we talked about this a few weeks ago on the show and how Sean Muir Racing was making a team to go forward in the World Superbike Championship for 2016. There has been a change of machinery, however. They will not, as first anticipated, be running that Yamaha in the World Superbike Championship. They are indeed changing to BMW Power instead. So that is Josh Brooks basically getting his wish. We know that he wanted to go in 2015, but that didn't quite come off. He stayed in the British Superbike Championship and he did win it very convincingly as well from Shaky Byrne this year. He had an absolutely fantastic season and now he is going back to the world stage. We obviously know that he's been there before in World Supersport and indeed got on the podium in World Supersport as well. So if anybody's fit for this challenge, definitely Josh Brooks. Brooks is there. I know that Carol Abrams is to be his teammate in the 2016 World Superbike Championship with Sean Muir Racing BMW. So that's a big move for them, switching from the Yamaha power. Obviously, the Yamaha not so much tried and tested going into the 2015 season, but indeed the R1 Yamaha had a great season all round in 2015. But the decision has been taken to move to BMW power, and we know that BMW is very, very capable when it comes to these championships as well. Indeed, it does seem to be everybody's preferred machinery these days. Everybody seems to be running BMWs. Well, obviously, we know not everybody is, that's for sure, but it'll be interesting to see what Josh Brooks can do in the World Superbike Championship in 2016 with Sean Muir Racing BMW. So good luck to him.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre.
In Speedway Grand Prix, Polish star Maciej Janowski has said that just 10 years ago he was playing the Speedway Grand Prix game on his computer and that he never in a million years expected to go on and actually win in Speedway Grand Prix. Janowski obviously is living that dream, and he picked up his first Speedway Grand Prix win on July 18th, 2015. He's basically said it's an experience that he doesn't take for granted. He's basically said when he was a young kid he was playing Speedway Grand Prix, and 10 years later he never thought he'd be doing what he is doing now. He's just trying to make the most of it, and he's really enjoying the Speedway, and he has really good fun whenever he is riding as well. So an inspiration for younger riders coming through. It's Maciej Janowski has basically went from playing Speedway Grand Prix on a computer to winning in Speedway Grand Prix in just 10 years. So if you want something, kids, go after it. Don't stop until you get it.
This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports. You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre.
And good news for Motocross World Championship fans. You can now, ladies and gentlemen, watch all of the 2016 FIM Motocross World Championship live. All you have to do is visit this website. It is mxgp-tv.com. So that is www.mxgp-tv.com. So if, like myself, you can't get enough of racing, you want to watch it 24 hours a day, you want to know when it's on, all the Saturday and Sunday stuff will be live. So all you have to do is sign up to www.mxgp-tv.com. You'll be able to watch all of the European Championship races on Saturday and Sunday live, as well as qualifying races for MXGP and MX2, which is absolutely fantastic. When you buy the season package, you'll also be able to watch all of the races from the 2016 Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations live and on demand, as well as the Super Motocross Riders Cup too. So that is for the 2016 FIM World Championship. To get all of those bonus features as well, all you have to do is log on to www.mxgp-tv.com, sign up. I'm not sure what the subscription charge is. I'm sure there will definitely be one. I don't think they're going to be giving it for free, but great news for motocross fans in 2016.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio from the Motorcycle Sports Radio Centre.
That's about all we've got time for this week, folks, on the weekly review on Motorcycle Sports Radio. Just remember